And roll call. Councillor Carew.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Campbell.
Present.
Councillor Webster.
Present.
Councillor Humphreys.
Present.
And I'm present. As we gather here today, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of council and our community that we're meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. And we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Do we have any pecuniary interest being expressed? None. Confirmation of council agenda. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Humphreys, Deputy Mayor Campbell. All in favor. Councillor Humphreys,
In favor.
Councillor Webster.
Am I freezing up?
Yep.
Oh. In favor?
Councillor Carew,
In favor.
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor.
and I'm in favor. Delegations, we don't have any. Minutes of the previous meeting. Could I have a mover and a seconder, please? Moved by Councillor Webster. Do I have a seconder? I don't have a string here. Councillor Carew. Do we have anything to do business arising from the minutes? None. Councillor Carew.
Sorry, in favor.
Councillor Humphreys.
In favor.
Councillor Webster.
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell.
In favor.
And I'm in favor. Committee report, Transportation and Environmental Service Committee, Chair Webster.
Thank you, Mayor. So page 7 of our packets, we have our Public Works Manager, Adam Knapp here, and he can go through the recommendation here. Oh, you're on mute, Adam.
Geez, the council accept the 80% detailed design of the area known as Thompson Hill. Further, the council agreed to hold an in-person public open house at the Horton Community Center on the evening of March 2nd, 2022 at 6 p.m. to allow Thompson Hill residents to review the design and address any concerns, and further that all applicable COVID-19 protocols shall be in place during the open house. The background is for the last about year and a half, we've been working towards this goal, and it's at the 80% design. We're intending to be shovel ready for early summer, and all indication says that we should be on track for that.
Great. Well, thank you. Any comments, questions? Mayor Bennett.
Adam, I thought we were trying to be so we could be out for early spring with for tenders to get in line. Is that not possible now?
I think that's very feasible. Tenders will be out very shortly. Between the 80 and 100% design, there should be a very brief window, pending any hurdles that we come across at the public meeting, but I don't foresee a whole lot, but we should be very well ready to go. I'm just anticipating groundbreaking, so to speak, would be approximately June 1st.
Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah,
I just had one quick follow-up. The consultant will be there for the open house, I believe. Is that the way it's set up, Adam?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That's it.
okay. Councillor Humphreys.
Any idea of our cost, like a rough ballpark figure on that?
I just received, like literally 2 minutes ago, the 80% cost estimates, and they are coming in a little higher than what I had initially estimated. But we're looking at, this was with a contingency. They're saying, just give me a second. Total, including HST, $2,069,832. $2,069,832. So I think that's a little high, but with the way the market's going right now and the gas prices up and down, everybody's gambling. So if we put it out early and people are hungry for the work, then hopefully we get a better intake.
Great. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Councillor Cleroux.
Thank you, Chair Webster. Will the open house be a presentation, or will it just be like a walk-in and just walk through the boards or pages?
The setup that I would be anticipating to use, if council's inclined, would be just to have the design on a projector, and we just go through page by page with an overview of each design, what we're doing, what might be a little bit different, and then have a Q&A period as we work our way through it.
Okay, great. Councillor Humphreys, I see your hand up again.
Yes, just a quick question. I just noticed that Adamston Bromley is sort of getting a deal on their asphalt. I guess one of the asphalt people are holding the price from 2021 to finish up a couple projects that weren't done last fall. And I'm trying to think of the name. I just read it there today on the info package, but they're hoping to hold the price on asphalt by having it booked early, and the company said they'd go with 2021 prices. So maybe Adam will luck out and we can get a deal if we get lots of tenders like we did last year in our jobs. So that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Councillor Webster.
Great. Thank you. Any other questions, concerns? Seeing none, I will thank you, Adam. I will pass it back to the mayor.
Okay, thank you, Chair Webster. Correspondence summary. It's on page 43. Deputy Mayor, do you want to take it?
Certainly. Change screens here. So I guess I was the Rogers Tower on Jim Bear Road. I see there's a deadline for anyone for questions or concerns. I think it was March 13th, if I'm not mistaken. Just want to make sure that that is out for anybody who had any questions about where that would go. I guess the only question I would have, depending on serviceability to the tower, how far in the on Jim Bear Road that would go in. Would they have to access that? Would we be snow plowing further, or does that meet along a entrance way that would be more seasonal? I'm not sure. From the picture, it's hard to tell. Anyway, that's down the road. It's not a great importance. And then I guess the only other part I was looking at was the AMO policy update on page 5, where they're talking about a housing affordability tax that seemed to be more rural than or urban than rural. But you can see again, housing will be strong again, where the task force reports recommendations, including 5 main areas to quickly increase the supply and market of housing to meet a goal of adding 1.5 million homes over the next 10 years. So again, it's I don't think you'll see that the housing market slow down. And according to the report on the Ottawa Valley Business News, seemed to be a strong consensus right across all municipalities for building permits, showing record permits for 2021. So it's it should be a very busy summer again with the supply and demand for housing. But I just want to bring that forward for the Rogers Tower. And again, I just have it in front of me here now. It is any persons may make a written submission, either individual or listed below, by 5 p.m. Sunday, March 13th, with respect to any of the matters. So good to see that in the area. Again, it's certainly, again, they're saying because of for use of COVID and, emergency services and whatnot. So it's good to see and look forward to that being installed. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Hope I seen your hand up there while Glenn was talking. You want to fill in the question? Or?
Yeah, just in regards to the question, if there was any real impact, there won't be any impact to municipal services with the installation of the tower.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Humphrey.
Thank you, Mayor Bennett. Just a couple quick things. Some interesting facts about our healthcare employment of probably, it says 20% across the board, but I think we're very fortunate. It's probably 30% in Renfrew County with the hospital, Quail Creek, Groves, Bonecher Manor, health units, and blood labs, and the healthcare puts a lot of money into our local economy. And everybody, pretty well 1 in 3 people work in the healthcare systems in this area because of these large units for employment. And the second thing was the seniors care, senior centers without walls. I think it's a really good program. And actually, just funny, I talked to my aunt and uncle who just moved to Pembroke, and they're looking for something to do. And this phone in accessibility is wonderful. And it also explained to them that the community support teams run 16 programs through Renfrew County, through Renfrew Senior Homes, right up through Barrie to Aaron Pryor, like very good programs listed for anybody that wants to get involved online, or just, the things that are available from foot care to driving you to an appointment. So it's a wonderful thing for the seniors in our area. And I guess that's why more seniors are coming this way to retire in this area, because we have lots of things they can do. So that's all I have, Mayor Bennett. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Carew.
Sorry, bear with me. Just a quick question for you. I was looking at the Rogers Tower. And I was a little confused by the map because it showed Jim Bar Road right through, which isn't the case. For 10 at the end. So I searched then also said River Road. The address of River Road, but then the coordinate system puts it on Jim Bar Road. So I was a little confused, but I'm not sure if Hope can, if you know that the actual road it's off of.
I'll get Nikki to speak to that. That's been a special project for Nikki to be handling.
Yeah, so the property itself is, I think it's about 100 acres. So it actually fronts onto River Road. So that is their address is classified as River Road, and then it backs onto the end of Jim Bar, which I know they call it Jim Bar Road all the way through, like you said, Councillor Carew, but it is Rattan. It's just past I believe the open section of Jim Bar, but on their picture, I know they do describe that the picture isn't accurate and the GPS coordinates are. So I think they were just kind of doing the general area with the location of it.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I have no other comments on the package.
Thank you. Councillor Webster.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple things to touch on. The Rogers Tower again. I had a person reach out and they're excited about it because they live on Jim Bar, so they're really excited because the internet from their previous location was, I guess, really good, and now it's they're not very good, so they're anticipating this moving along. So Nikki, keep smiling at them and get this put in place, because I know it's a lull area. Speaking with them, that it is a problem area. So that's all good stuff. Ottawa Valley Business News. It's nice to see again. You know, I've pumped this newsletter that goes out, but we were mentioned as a gas tax mentioned in there for all the municipalities up the valley here. And then last one was Seniors Center Without Walls. So it's nice to reach out. That's a good read and great program. So again, chair of the committee, Mayor Bennett, and Councillor Humphreys is on that committee as well. It does great for the Renfrew home support. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I believe everybody has tuned into that. Did I miss anybody? No? Okay, so I do have a couple of things that I do want to mention, and they've already been mentioned. The Senior Center Without Walls, and I hope to take Without Walls out of that. It's the Senior Center again very shortly. It looks like we can get there. We do have advertisement out for volunteers right now to staff both the senior center and the home support. And hopefully we get volunteers that are willing to get out and work with us in order to get the system up and running as quickly as we can and get back to where we were 2 years ago. And it's going to be very, very nice for our clients to be able to communicate with each other again, because that's how the volunteer base is built to begin with. Is once they feel comfortable, then they'll come back as volunteers, and they get comfortable enough that time. It's a second home to a lot of people, and we want to get back there. So the only other thing, the virtual visitor center for CNL is a very interesting to leave people know what they're actually doing and how much money they're actually spending, because you can't imagine that from sitting back and not driving into the plant, and how much money that's actually going to be invested in that, and how they're actually sealing it all up to make sure that everything on site is safe. And we have a long years to come of actually being safe with the byproduct from there. It's very nice, and the people up there at any time are willing to talk to you. If you want to email them or whatever, they'll respond with a lengthy response that actually you can visualize in your mind of how they're doing it and why they're doing it. So very well put together. Any other thing on the information correspondence? And we have no action correspondence. We do have 2 bylaws. Do you want them now, Hope?
If anybody has any questions, I can answer them, but then we'll pass the resolution in the resolution section.
Okay, so 10.1 is a vote by mail. And 10.2 is the cost sharing on the golf course road. Any questions? No, I guess you're off the hook. Notice to file motion for next council meeting. Council and staff members concerned. We're all in a 7:47 today. We're just flying by. Motion for reconsider, debate on the motion to reconsider only. Resolutions, Hope.
That council accept the Thompson Hill Rehabilitation Report as information, and that council agree to hold an in-person public open house at the Horton Community Center on the evening of March 2nd, 2022 at 6 p.m. to allow Thompson Hill residents to review the design and address any concerns, and further that all applicable COVID-19 protocols shall be in place during the open house.
Mover. Counselor Webster, second. Counselor Humphries. Questions, concerns, comments? Counselor Humphries.
When is the invitation going to be sent out to the residents, and is it going to be, it'll be posted, of course, but is there going to be brochures dropped off or anything before that date, or just more like on the web? Because a lot of people don't pay attention to that stuff. You think we should do a mail out or just a refresher, advertise more for it? I don't know. There's not that big an area up there, so.
I have door knockers ready to go, and we've utilized the community mailboxes so far, and it's been pretty
Okay.
successful. So that's of course that will be going, and they'll just be starting to hand out them tomorrow.
Thank you, Adam.
Any other questions? Counselor Carew.
In favor.
Counselor Humphries.
In favor.
Deputy Mayor Campbell.
In favor?
Counselor Webster.
In favor.
And I'm in favor.
That council accept the CAO clerk's information memo for February 15th, 2022.
Mover. Deputy Mayor Campbell. Second by Counselor Humphries. Questions? Counselor Webster.
In favor.
Counselor Humphries.
In favor.
Deputy Mayor Campbell.
In favor?
Counselor Carew.
In favor.
I'm in favor.
That council enact the following bylaws: 2022-08 vote by mail and 2022-09 cost sharing agreement golf course road.
Mover. Counselor Webster. Seconder. Counselor Carew. Questions or concerns? Deputy Mayor Campbell.
I guess, again, just the, how do we feel about the budget for the road itself? I see that it will be asphalt. And just wondered how, if we're sitting in the ballpark, how are we feeling about it?
I'll leave Adam answer that because he's worked all the way through it. And if I'm 1 cent out, he'll tell me I'm 1 cent out.
So the 80% estimates are a little bit high, but I think the consultant is being very cautious with the market right now. Everything is very volatile, but there are contractors that are hungry for the work. So hopefully that will trim the cost down. Tally and I will start running debenture structures and bring that forward to council to approve before anything goes forward. As far as any of the engineering costs and site monitoring, that will be covered through OSIF, and any cost associated with the project itself will be in a debenture structure. So it should not necessarily affect budget.
And again,
I think Deputy Mayor Campbell was referring to the cost sharing agreement for golf course road. The bylaw.
My apologies. Sorry, I was caught up in looking at this cost structure for Thompson Hill.
well, that's,
So everything on that end is been budgeted for. So that will be through reserves and other funding sources that Tally and I have been working with. Both parties seem in favor. I have been in contact with Brad Richards of Kavanaugh, and they are going to be drafting us a letter of agreement and understanding. And we'd be moving forward at that point with the work. Essentially, we'd just be giving them a document to say, this is our road standards. This is what we want it to be brought up to. It's the onus is on you to prove that the road is to that standard. The township itself would only be paying for aggregate and pavement. That way it's easier for us to track. They give us a unit cost in that agreement. This is the price that we're going to charge you. We track the quantities, and that way everything's accountable.
again, the only reason I'm asking is because of being a cost sharing road, that we're taking the lead on it as part owner, and that once the contract is signed, that the onus is on us to, like, Ashton Bromley pays for so much, the 50%, but if it's based on that agreement, but if there's anything over and above, it would fall on our shoulders.
No, we're both committing to the upset limit as stated in the agreement. Anything over and above falls on Kavanaugh.
Okay,
They are the beneficiary of this road as we interpret it. We stand to see some torque money down the road, but that is a very big question if this bit gets permitted and how much they put out a year in tonnage.
okay, I should have read more into it. I thought the one line item I read, it said that that it would be, they would pay so much and that the rest is the onus of Horton. So anyway, that's something we can review, so.
Okay, any other questions? None? Councillor Humphries,
In favor?
Councillor Carew,
In favor.
Councillor Webster, you had your hand up beforehand and I missed you, and I'm asking people to, before you speak. So would you just excuse my forgetfulness and go
No.
ahead and talk?
No, it was clarified by the CAO. Thanks. About
Okay.
talking about Thompson Hill to the shared road agreement.
Okay, right on. Councillor Webster,
In favor.
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
and I think I got everybody else right. And I'm in favor.
That council went into a closed session at 4:26 p.m. To discuss the following items pursuant to section 239(2)B of the Municipal Act, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees, recreation.
Mover. Deputy Mayor Campbell. Councillor Humphries. Councillor Webster,
There, in favor.
Councillor Carew,
In favor.
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Councillor Humphries,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.